Once upon a time, in a remote and uncharted corner of the world, two intrepid explorers named Benji and Kurt embarked on a daring expedition. Their destination was a fabled cave system rumored to hold ancient treasures and secrets that had eluded discovery for centuries. Armed with their trusty backpacks, ropes, headlamps, and a relentless spirit of adventure, they set off into the wilderness. Benji and Kurt were an inseparable duo, their friendship forged through countless adventures. Benji, with his scruffy beard and analytical mind, was the expedition's navigator. Kurt, on the other hand, was the brawn and the heart of the team, his imposing stature contrasting sharply with his gentle nature. After days of arduous trekking and overcoming various obstacles, they reached the mouth of the cave. It was a foreboding entrance, shrouded in shadows and echoing with eerie sounds. The legend spoke of its treacherous depths, but neither Benji nor Kurt were deterred. They donned their headlamps, secured their ropes, and ventured inside. As they delved deeper into the cave, the passageways grew narrower, the air cooler, and the silence more oppressive. Their footsteps echoed through the labyrinthine chambers, creating an eerie symphony of sound and darkness. Hours turned into days, and the explorers pressed onward, driven by their insatiable curiosity. They marveled at the stunning stalactites and stalagmites, which appeared as if sculpted by the hands of ancient artists. The walls of the cave bore curious inscriptions, a language lost to time, which only fueled their desire to uncover the secrets hidden within. But then, disaster struck. As they descended into a particularly narrow passage, a sudden tremor shook the cave, dislodging rocks and sealing their only exit. Panic gripped them as they realized they were trapped, with no way back. Benji and Kurt sat in the dim light of their headlamps, their faces etched with concern. The cave's oppressive silence now felt like an unbearable weight. They knew they had to find another way out, or their expedition would end in tragedy. Determined not to succumb to despair, Benji's analytical mind sprang into action. He began to examine the inscriptions on the cave walls, hoping they held clues to their escape. Day after day, they studied the symbols, piecing together their meaning. It was a slow and tedious process, but they had no other choice. Meanwhile, Kurt used his strength and endurance to clear away the fallen rocks, widening the passage. His tireless efforts gave them hope that they could eventually break free. Days turned into weeks. As the two explorers worked tirelessly, they shared stories of their past adventures to keep their spirits high and their determination strong. Slowly, they began to decipher the ancient language, realizing that it held not only the key to their escape but also the history of a forgotten civilization. One day, as the last remnants of despair threatened to consume them, Benji and Kurt finally unlocked the final piece of the puzzle. The inscriptions revealed a hidden passage deeper into the cave, which eventually led to a network of tunnels and a possible exit. With renewed hope, they navigated the dark and winding tunnels, praying that their newfound knowledge would lead them to freedom. After what felt like an eternity, they emerged into the blinding sunlight, blinking against its brilliance. Tired, dirty, and unshaven, Benji and Kurt had survived their ordeal. Their hearts swelled with pride, not just for escaping the cave, but for unearthing the secrets of an ancient civilization. They had faced their darkest fears, conquered the depths of the earth, and emerged as triumphant explorers. As they trekked back to civilization, their backpacks heavier with the weight of artifacts and knowledge, Benji and Kurt knew they had forged a bond even stronger than before. Their incredible journey through the cave had not only tested their physical and mental limits, but had also brought them closer, proving that the greatest treasures could sometimes be found within the depths of friendship and the unquenchable thirst for adventure. I hope you enjoyed the story, and I look forward to reading to you again sometime.